In Facebook, YouTube, the people who confess it is Catholic people. The Christian, they're wrong. They never admit it and they confess to their wrongdoing. Okay? The Catholic, they are admitted they're wrong. Pope Francis admitted, foreign con admitted, Yemen black priest over there admitted. He said, oh, my brother and sister, don't get angry. 400 years ago, our ancestors sold us to slave trade. If they call us slave, just don't get angry for them. Okay? Catholic always confessing to me. But Christian, they don't confessing their own wrongdoing. But they expect me, convincing me to be believing Christ. But their own self, when they're wrong, they don't want to admit it. Okay? Because they knew the sin of death, the sin of guilt is Romans chapter 6, 23, Romans chapter 3, verse 23, right? So they're not going to never confess their own sinful nature. But Catholic, even Pope Francis, he's a world choir leader. He still confess. Okay? Farrakhan, before he used the term Sayer of the Day, they still confession. Okay? So I don't know why Christians do not want to admit their own wrongdoing. Though. They do the same cheating inside. Hartman just told that Obama time they do the same thing. Move money around without nobody know. Okay? So when you guys done something wrong, even Obama admitted. Okay? But Christian, they don't want to admit they're wrong because they know that a friend gonna kill them as the same way as the old time. So that's why they escape from there to come to this country. But it's not that we don't like them, but they tell about their history to us. They're convincing us to do this, do that, but they don't do their own sinful nature that they did it to themselves, right? So they believe God so powerful. How come they believe gay, lesbian, homosexual, gender, unborn child, and they're not surrendering their sinful nature? That would make no sense. Still, this market thing is still the same thing. It's become, the topic is only jealousy. If without jealousy, you ain't fighting, you ain't arguing. You ain't not trying to penetrate. The other will collapse the thought in mind, confusing the member society. So they could fight each other and weigh each other, against each other. This is nonsense, man. It seems like you don't like politicians, but you do the same thing as politicians. You say you're not religion. You believe not in God, but you believe in Christ. But Christ tells you to deny yourself. But you don't want to deny yourself. You keep doing the same thing what other people do. And then you have right to blame them. If they blame the same to you, then you say, oh, you're Tory against me. How come everybody claim they are Christian, they are Christ? How can they admit their own wrongdoing though? They always try to shift things, try to manipulate, try a way to accuse them to be guilty or shame. But their own shame, they don't want to cover. they run naked like a prostitution or hooker or slaw or whatever, all over the place, without seeing their own naked. But they had a lot of reason to blame someone else, this and that, all over the world. And that don't make no sense. They said Christ is bigger. Christ said deny yourself of wrongful, envy, jealousy, everything in the whole world on temptation against you. You won't follow me. Carry your cross, deny your loved one, family, friend, father and mother. How come no one can do that, right? The only person I could see is Pope Friend, that's it. He probably at me when I say that Pope all these on the Facebook, YouTube. Click into his brain, he said, oh, I'd rather tell my Catholic ask for processing to ask forgiveness from Christ. We had killed Christ, murdered Christ. And then all those times, war with IC, Somalia, came to refugee, and that's why Pope Fred the only one that followed his footsteps and knelt down and washed their feet, humbly. And that's the only person I see in the world that even though he hold the crown of religion, he still humbly, quickly, soon he acknowledged. Soon he acknowledged in his mind, not someone to put a gun and threat him. Don't matter 10 years, 30 years, 100 years, 21 century years ago. So you acknowledge that was wrong. Promptly admit it. That's what Pope Friend did. He showed to you. And he probably admitted and humble. He went and washed with Christ's feet. And he humbly and washed all those people who the skin of you had done wrong to the black people. He did that to store your Christian faith, but you never follow it. But you have reason, a lot of nerve to tell the different people to follow you, to obey Christ, but yourself, you don't even know. Anyway, thank you. We thought you share.